Hey there, business warriors. Welcome back to the channel where we turn challenges into opportunities. Today we are diving into a topic that every entrepreneur fears: business failure. But here's the good news: failure doesn't mean it's over, it's simply the beginning of a new chapter. Let's get into it. Look, nobody likes to admit defeat, but the first step to turning things around is understanding where you went wrong. Imagine you're running that small bookstore you've always dreamed of. You've got beautiful displays, a fantastic collection, and a passion for books that can't be contained. But for some reason, sales are down and foot traffic is declining. Instead of throwing in the towel, you gotta channel your inner detective. Start by analyzing every single aspect of your business. Was it the location that wasn't optimal, tucked away on a side street with low visibility? Or maybe your marketing efforts weren't reaching the right audience. Dig into your business's data like it holds the secrets to the universe. Sometimes the problem isn't you, it's what you're selling. Now, I'm not saying scrap everything and start from scratch, but you might need to give your product or service a bit of a makeover. Let's bring back our friends at Airbnb. They didn't become a hospitality giant overnight. In the early days, they were just a couple of guys, Brian Chesky and Joe Gebbia, offering air mattresses on their living room floor. Guess what? Nobody was biting. They realized that people weren't just looking for a cheap place to crash. They craved a more authentic local experience. So if your core offering isn't resonating with your target audience, it's time to put on your creative thinking caps and think about ways to modify it. Let's face it, you can have the most fantastic product or service in the world, but if you're not targeting the right audience, it's like trying to sell ice to Eskimos. Remember Airbnb's initial struggle? Well, part of their genius was not just changing their offering, but also realizing they were talking to the wrong people. They started by targeting conference attendees, thinking they needed a budget friendly alternative to expensive hotels. But they soon realized that their platform had a much broader appeal. They shifted gears and started marketing to travelers looking for affordable, unique accommodations that offered a more local experience. So, if you're struggling to gain traction, it might be time to take a step back and rethink who your ideal customer really is. Conduct thorough market research, analyze your competitors, and most importantly, listen to what your potential customers are saying. Your audience is out there. You just need to find them and tailor your message to resonate with their needs and desires. Let's talk about the elephant in the room: pricing. It can be a touchy subject, but it's crucial to your business's success. Take Dropbox, for example. They revolutionized file sharing and storage, but in their early days, they struggled to acquire customers. Why? Their pricing was too high for many potential users who were hesitant to commit to a paid service. So, what did they do? They adopted a freemium model, allowing users to try a basic version of their service for free while offering premium features for free some monthly fee. The result? Dropbox exploded in popularity. The lesson here is that pricing is not a one size fits all proposition. Look, I get it. You're passionate about your business. You pour your heart and soul into every detail, but sometimes that passion can lead to unnecessary complexity. Remember what happened to McDonald's in the early 2000s? They were facing declining sales and a tarnished brand image. Their menu had become a monster with too many options that slowed down service and confused customers. So, what did they do? They streamlined their menu, focusing on their core offerings: burgers, fries, and shakes. And they streamlined their operations, improving efficiency and reducing wait times. The lesson here is that efficiency can make or break a business. By eliminating waste and improving efficiency, you can reduce costs, increase productivity, and ultimately boost your bottom line. Alright, let's talk about marketing. In today's hyper competitive world, you can have the best product or service in the world, but if nobody knows about it, you're dead in the water. Remember Old Spice? They were once considered an old-fashioned brand for dads and grandpas. But then they launched their iconic Smell Like a Man campaign, and boom, they were back in the game, appealing to a whole new generation of consumers. What was their secret? They understood the power of storytelling, humor, and connecting with their audience on an emotional level. So, how can you revamp your marketing strategy to achieve similar results? First, take a step back and reassess your brand identity. Are you communicating your unique value proposition effectively? Is your messaging resonating with your target audience? If not, it might be time for a refresh. The key is to find what works best for your business and your target audience and then go all in. Listen, I'm all about hustle and grinding, but sometimes even the most ambitious entrepreneurs need a little help. That's where strategic partnerships and franchising come in. Remember when Apple was on the verge of collapse? Steve Jobs returned to the helm and made a game-changing decision. He partnered with music companies to launch iTunes. This strategic move not only saved Apple but also revolutionized the music industry and paved the way for the iPod and the iPhone. The lesson here is that you don't have to do it all alone. Look for businesses that complement your own and explore opportunities for collaboration. This could involve joint ventures, cross promotions, or even simply sharing resources and expertise. The key is to be strategic about your partnerships and make sure they align with your overall business goals. Alright, let's get real for a second. Reinventing your business is not for the faint of heart. It takes guts, determination, and a willingness to make tough decisions, even if it means saying goodbye to the original vision you held so dear. Remember Instagram? It started as a completely different app called Bourbon, a location-based check-in service. But the founders quickly realized that Bourbon was too complicated and not that interesting. They had a choice to make: stick with their original vision or pivot and embrace a new direction. They chose the latter, and the rest, as they say, is history. Sometimes the most challenging part of reinvention is letting go of the past and embracing the unknown. Reinvention is not easy. It takes grit, determination, and a willingness to change. But as you've seen, turning failure into success is possible. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more content on building and growing your business. See you next time.